Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Metzger, and today I'm going to be talking about the Soulja Boy versus Chris Brown beef on Twitter, man. This thing's been blowing up the internet the past few days, maybe even a week. Man, it's crazy, man. When I first heard about it, I was like, this is definitely about a woman. And what would you know? I was right. It was about a woman. So if you guys haven't heard, Soulja Boy liked one of the pictures of one of Chris Brown's exes, named Karuchi. I think her name is Karuchi Tran or Karuki Karaoke, whatever. And Chris Brown actually got really pissed off about that. So he goes and tweets to Soulja Boy that he wants to fight him because he liked one of Karaoke's pictures on Instagram. Can you believe that? So Soulja Boy takes it to Twitter and he says, man, Chris Brown just called me. He says he wants to fight me because I liked one of Karaoke's pictures on Instagram. This N-word's a bitch. I'm like, damn, this shit's about to take off, man. It's just gonna be wild. And then Soulja Boy tweets at Chris Brown again. He says, hey, Chris Brown, pull up, N-word. I'll knock your bitch ass out. Stop snorting so much coke, N-word. Fruits. And then he posts a emoji of a devil and another emoji of a nice signal. And I'm like, what? And he tweets again. And he says, F Chris Brown. And I was like, damn. Man, like, Soulja Boy is not holding back, man. At this point, I'm like, hey, Soulja, just tell him how you really feel. So yeah, Soulja Boy goes, that N-word Chris Brown better not tweet shit with his pussy ass. He called my phone tripping, so now I'm tripped. F-word, N-word. Fruits. And then Soulja Boy actually quote retweets one of Karaoke Tran's, honestly, I don't know how you pronounce her name. Karuchi? I'll just say Karuchi from now on. One of her statuses where she says, okay, back to studying. And then he posts, he quote retweets, and he posts one of those emojis with like a kiss symbol and like a wink face. And I'm like, whoa, this is about to get wild up in here. And this actually led to Chris Brown challenging him to a celebrity boxing match. And it's actually going to be sanctioned by another professional boxer by the name of Adrian Broner. If you guys don't know, he's a pretty decent boxer. He's on the he's pretty famous. He's won a few championships. And so for copyrights purposes, I cannot play. I'm not sure if I can play the audio, but just to be on the safe side, I'm not going to do it. Basically, what happens is Soulja Boy and Chris Brown go back and forth, call each other N-word. They call each other all these insults and stuff, and all Chris Brown says, oh, like, you're a bitch ass N-word, you can't do nothing, blah blah blah. And Soulja Boy just keeps on bringing up the fact that Chris Brown likes to do drugs. He's like, man, I seen you snort cocaine, man. You need to lay off the cocaine. And I was like, damn. So after all this happens, the girl, Karuchi, makes a post on Instagram. If you guys want me to read it, I'll read it right now. It says, okay, first off, this drama between you two needs to stop. It's ridiculous and it makes no sense. And she talks about how it's a new year and we should leave all this negativity behind, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, instead of fighting... No, she actually says, you know what makes me feel poppin'? Getting up and going to my room and seeing all the Emmys I've won with my name on it. And she's like, I'm giving away shoes and feeding the homeless and still providing for my family with my money. I'm like, what does this have to do with the beef? But I don't know, I guess she wants her name out there in the ether just so like people will be like, oh, she was part of the beef, and then so her name, like, you know, she gets PR over this shit. And Chris Brown actually replies to her, and he actually says, no one asked for your fucking opinion, it ain't over. Girl, keep the fame you got and stay classy. This man randomly started this. Now you gassed. Plug in what you got going on. How do we know you again? Ain't no more Shrey. Honestly, I can't read this lingo. He says, ain't got no more Shrey and all that shit. Did a gesture, being playful, commenting under your pics. Notice how you got no attention until I commented, still want it. That is true, man. The pic didn't go viral until Chris Brown commented on it, saying you still want it. And it's just crazy, man. And after all this happens, Soulja Boy actually makes another tweet, and he says, "You guys know what the difference is between me and Chris Brown? Is that I actually shot an N-word before, and he hit a woman, so we're not the same." Hashtag Big Soldier. I know when he tweeted this, man, everybody was like, "Oh, shots fired, shots fired," because that's literally what happened. Chris Brown hits women, Soulja Boy shoots guys. Honestly, up at this point, I think Soulja Boy is harder than Chris Brown. And he makes another tweet saying, "From now on, Chris Brown name is Bobby Brown, hashtag Coke Brown." And Chris Brown makes a video, and I'm not going to show the video or the audio because I'm, scared of copyright infringement. I'm just going to leave that be. But basically, it's just a bunch of guys going back and forth and, just insulting each other or, try to start beef. That's basically what happens. And, oh yeah, at some point, Soulja Boy's like, "Oh, how are you going to say that you're harder than me, Chris, when we're from the same hood?" And then he posts a video about that. And at some point in the video, if you guys want, I'll try to link this all in the description. Some random guy comes up to Soulja, and Soulja Boy actually squares up. He's like he's ready to fight him, which proves his willingness to fight. And this kind of goes back and forth, and then at some point, Soulja Boy actually makes an apologizing video. So he woke up to this morning and he felt bad because he talked to his mom and he finds out that his mom is sick. And you know how he had a change of heart and he apologized for his bad behavior. So, this alone shows how much of a man, a real man, Soulja Boy is. Because it takes humility, it takes humbleness to admit when you're wrong. Well, not just wrong, to be the first person to apologize makes you a bigger man, and that's what he did, man. That's just all praises, man. Soulja Boy, you're the realest. And then after this happens, going back to that one boxer, Adrian Broner, he actually posts a flyer on Instagram promoting the actual celebrity fight with a flyer, and it says Chris Brown versus Soulja Boy celebrity boxing coming March. And that actually concludes it for the beef between Chris Brown and Soulja Boy. So this was, in my opinion, the most in-depth video you can get about the Twitter feud. And while I'm saying this, there's actually a incoming message. So Adrian Broner is going to be helping Chris Brown. He's going to be training Chris Brown for the fight, and Floyd Mayweather says he's going to be helping Soulja Boy for the match. And in my opinion, if I were to give my honest opinion on who I think is going to win, you might think I'm crazy for saying this, but I believe that Soulja Boy is going to win. And let me tell you why. I know on the outside, Chris Brown looks much muscular and and taller, but if you were to think about it, size isn't all that important in a fight. It's not the size of the man in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the man. And I believe Soulja Boy has a lot more fight in him compared to Chris Brown. I believe Chris Brown is all talk. I think They're both softies, but Soulja Boy's less soft than Chris Brown. So that's what I think. I think Soulja Boy's going to take this. And he has Floyd Mayweather training him. So I really think Soulja Boy's going to win this one. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think about the Twitter fight in the comment section below. And until next time, Metster out.